Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Friday, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. And I think Jeremy Corbyn's finally found a way to deal with those pesky journalists and their crazy reporting. Because a lot of political personalities around the world, have been commenting that the news media, are twisting their words and their statements and their stories. And how do you combat that sort of thing? Well, what Jeremy Corbyn does is he runs television cameramen over. Runs over their foot. That's a BBC cameraman there being loaded into an ambulance after Jeremy Corbyn's car went over his foot. So don't mess with the Corbs. Just say it like it actually is. I may have put a fake twist on that. Am I going to have to be careful crossing the road now? So the Players' Championship. Every year, we're told it's the unofficial fifth major. Every year. It's like when Lord became famous and they insisted on calling her by her real name instead of Lord, because apparently she's not actually called Lord. Anyway. So every year they call it the unofficial fifth major. Golf's unofficial. Can we just make it official and then they won't have to do that? Back to the UK campaign. I really should have put those two stories together. Who organises the formatting of this show? Seriously. Anyway, back to the... Meanwhile, back in UK politics, David Cameron, former Prime Minister, has been campaigning hard for the Tories. And he's really letting his softer side show. He's gone round... I don't know if he's kissed any babies, but he's certainly been hugging pensioners. Here's the evidence. Right there. It's not really it's not like a full body contact kind of it's not one of these ones. It's not a sort of it's not that sort of a hug. You know what I mean? It was more of a, there you go. But, it's a start. Finally, I think this might be a news that's not news story. But it was in our news a few times this morning. The Royal Australasian College of Surgeons, and when I hear that I always think there's probably more Australian surgeons than New Zealand surgeons, which is why I'm sceptical about this whole story. They're warning not to swallow bristles from wire brushes used to clean barbecues. Is that a warning that we need? Some bristles are left behind, apparently, if you're overzealous with the barbecue cleaning, and people end up accidentally swallowing them. Do they? And when you say people, do you actually mean Australians? And if you do we really care? You see, it's a very questionable news item, this. And really, the major question you should be asking is, why are people cleaning their barbecues anyway? I did that once and my entire barbecue just fell to pieces because it turned out it was only the dirty bits that were holding it together. And I've never made that mistake again. Look at me now. Picture of health. And no bristles in the pancreas either, which is apparently where they end up if you swallow them. I'm glennzb. Thank you so much for having me up your pancreas. I will see you back here again on Monday.